Time to wake up, work out. Today we're going to be working back and shoulders, pulling motions. We're not going to go too crazy with the back. Overdid it this weekend with my pull-up test. I don't want to derail my progress. So just going to do some nice, easy lat pull downs. Nothing to overextend myself or put myself back on the shelf. Hope y'all are having a good morning. It's morning for you. Here in Fort Worth, Texas, near Dallas, it's 5 a.m.
All kinds of states, because some love a rustic cabin. Others,
Somebody thought that was 5
Kind of looks like. All right. Just warmed up all of our joints. Trying to wake up. Not feeling it this morning, but we're gonna do it anyways. Lat pull downs. I need 75 pounds on the cable machine. I'm not going too crazy today with the back because of what happened this weekend.
Thought about something. You started wrestling again in like October, November 2021, and you stopped wrestling 2025. October, November 2025.
Like a 3 year.
We had 4 years.
Was it 4?
Yeah, from 21 to 25.
It's wild. Looks like we got something. We got a comment from N Claw Dog. Says, I was thinking, and then I realized that what I need is more blacks in my neighborhood and at my job. I especially need black women at work to help it be more better. That's what I need, more blacks. Okay. Thanks for sharing your random thoughts for the morning. In Claw. Not sure what to say about any of that. But thanks for sharing your unfiltered thoughts, man. going and Gazed. I forgot that Nemo Gaze around. Okay. Hey, while you're in, just posting random stuff. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Alright, just warming up right now. NC Claw's posting some more stuff. Says, haha, wisdom of the secrets. Alright. Where you from, man? Got nothing going on, huh? Just hanging out? Trying to rile people up? We're gonna bump to 85. Is it morning for you, NC Claw Dog? It's 5 something here. 5:15, 5:10. All right, gonna bump up to 85. Keep going. Nice and easy, real slow. Like an Usher song, so I don't hurt myself. I think he's going. And raise that a little.
You probably shouldn't say everything that you read out loud because I thought you wanted to screen record. Get it decided. Another 15 reps. Looks like I've got another person here in the chat. Olivia Tanner. I think I've seen your name before through here. Says hi, welcome back. Thanks for jumping on the live, Olivia. Don't forget to hit that like button while you're in. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 400 before the end of February. All right, now we're gonna bump up another 10 pounds. Then I'll put a 45 and two 25s on this cable machine.
13. So I was doing really well on the nice, slow, controlled negatives up until about 10 reps. I can feel myself losing it, so I just started repping out, trying to get more in, not necessarily the slow, controlled negatives or anything. Really trying to work the muscles to failure in the back. So this past weekend, I did a pull-up test. I went from, prior to injury, I could do about 15. Nice, slow, and controlled. Got injured, could do 0, and built up to, after 100 days, being able to do about 8. That 8 was pretty uncomfortable this past weekend. So that's as much as I'm going to push that for now. Any progress, any pull-up progress I do moving forward is going to be broken into stages, probably groups of 3 for now. And then, of course, when I work the lat machine, a lot less load I can put on that. So I'll be a little more intentional with that too. But we're not going to try to beat that 8 for a little bit, at least not in the traditional all-at-once fashion. That's 13 reps, just like before, around 9 or 10. I lost the negative. Did you change it? Can't stand that version. All right. Put some time on the stopwatch. Thank you all for jumping on. I appreciate it. If you haven't, hit the like button while you're in. Don't forget to do that. If you're not a subscriber, try to get to 400 before the end of February. 1,000 before the end of 2026. Right now, working on back exercise, but nothing too rigorous this time. I want to be careful with my back, considering my recovery. This past weekend, did the pull-up test, got 8 pull-ups, which is great, but I felt it for a couple days afterwards. So I'm not looking to push the back for a few weeks now, just to be really, really safe, really careful. All right, let's see what time we're at. Yeah, let's get set up for another one. Guys, don't forget to leave comments in the chats. Hit that like button.
13 reps again. Start off at 75. Warm up rep, 15 warm up weight, excuse me. Warm up set. 15, then went to 85, 15, 95. Done 3 sets. Gone from 14 to 13 to 13. Maybe 2 more sets and then we're gonna call it on this exercise. Alright, 2 more sets of this. Then we're gonna hit some shoulder work. Alright. 12 reps. Put some time on the stopwatch here. And then we got 1 more set for lat pull downs. Appreciate you guys jumping on, those of you who have. If you got any comments, questions, feedback, anything you want to articulate, feel free to put it in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. Finished with lat pull downs. We got 12 reps on that last set. Now we're gonna move to cable lat raises. Target that side delt. If you're looking for the appearance of size, side delts definitely help with that. Lats definitely help with that. Oftentimes, delt work is skipped. It's not dealt with. See what I did there? Because it's kind of boring. It doesn't feel like an impressive muscle. Got 15 reps on that first set. Brandon is in the chat. Welcome, Brandon. He said bright and early. That's how I do it, man. I found that if I try to make this happen in the evening, after work and after all the, husband, dad responsibilities, it just doesn't happen. Things get too busy. So if I wake up really early, around 4:15 is when I usually get up. No one's calling me from work. Kids are still asleep. I'm able to knock it out. This morning was kind of rough though. Just feeling it, tired. All right, Brandon, you said you're in Georgia, so it's 6:30 here. Oh, I got some workout in Georgia. Are you also at the gym? What are you up early for? All right, let's hit the second set. What was that? 13 reps on that second set. Cable lat raises. Brandon says, all right, you're up at 6:30 because you're on the way to work. Where do we have work in Georgia? So I work for a private security company, and we have work all over the United States. We've got a fairly large market in Georgia. Got a lot of Class A buildings in Georgia we do security for. And then we got Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan, old TB, my YouTube best friend. Says, what up, brother Brennan? I see you're not slacking. Congratulations on 8 pull-ups. That's exciting. Your back is jacked. Keep pushing. Your back is jacked. Keep pushing. In Arnold's voice, I like it. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I'm proud of that 8, but not going to keep pushing it. I was kind of, I don't say I was hurting for a couple of days, but I felt a little off. So I'm not going to keep trying that. I'm going to take it a little bit slower moving forward on the pull-up progress. I'm thinking increments of 3. So the next goal is to hit 9 pull-ups, but I'll break it into sets of 3. Brandon says close to Savannah. You know, I don't think we have a lot close to Savannah. Most of ours is in Atlanta, but I'm also not completely certain how far away Savannah is from Atlanta. My Georgia geography is not great, but I have been to Savannah. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. That's right, TV. Perfect. Thumbs up. I like that. See a couple comments. I'll respond back in just a minute. Finish this set. Quick before I read this in a comment, responding to Odd Fitness Tim Brennan. Said my back is jacked. First of all, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. But just a little context for anybody out there watching. That back was built on pull-ups. So years ago, I went to the gym with a buddy of mine who was a pretty jacked guy. I think he had a little help, but anyways, pretty jacked guy. And he wanted to warm up. And he said, let's go to the pull-up bar. Dude repped out like 25 pull-ups. And I was a little concerned because I thought, oh, I don't know how many of these I can do. I hardly ever do pull-ups. So I tried to rep them out. I might have got 2 or 3. It was embarrassing. And I was like, okay, I gotta be better on my pull-up game. So I made that a huge point of focus, not necessarily to have a jacked back, but just because I didn't want to be embarrassed again like that. And so I bought one of those doorway pull-up bars back in the day, and I used that. Actually, TB, I think you got one. And every time I had to go through that room where the pull-up bar was, rep out as many pull-ups as I could do, no questions asked. And that helped get to the point where I could do 15 relatively easily. It's still the hardest exercise, I believe, at least for me. But that got me to where I could do a lot of pull-ups, and as a result, also got a pretty jacked back. What else we got here? We got Brandon says about 4 hours if you ever through we can get a workout on. Hey, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, I don't know how much business we have in Savannah. Next time I'm going down there, I'll check. That'd be cool. We'll grab a workout. We could do maybe even do a shared live or something like that while we hit the workout. That'd be cool. Gordo Tex. I think I've seen you before, Gordo Tex. It's been a while though. You said you take creatine. I do, and you know what? I actually promised that I would do a video showing all of the vitamins and supplements that I take, and I still haven't done that. So put it on the list. The wife's in the room. She can hold me accountable because she doesn't let me forget anything, right, babe? See if I can do a video this weekend of everything I take, including the creatine and the ounces or the amounts, everything like that. And then let me read this one. I'll do my next set. We got TB says, "Can you start loading up on legs yet? I bet a leg press is out of the question for now. What about just free squats?" Free squats are okay. They're okay and they're super boring. I get so bored with lunges and free squats, but it is something that I am able to do now. I can't put any weight on the back because of the spine issue, obviously, but I can do slow, controlled free squats. Probably can't do jump squats or anything like that, but yeah, I can't hit the legs that way. And like I said, Gordo Tex has a good deal, so I'll try to remember to do that for you, buddy. Hey, while you guys are on, don't forget, hit the like button. That certainly helps me out. And I believe all you guys are subscribers, but if you're not, what are you waiting for? There we go. All right. 12 reps on the cable lat raise. Gonna do one more set of that. See, there's some more likes here on the screen. That means either you guys were feeling very kind to hit that like button per my request, either that or I intimidated you guys so much that that's probably not it. Probably just a couple on a few nice guys. All right, we got some more comments. We got Brandon, can you deadlift? No, cannot deadlift. And it will probably be a long time before I can deadlift. That's the one exercise my PT is a little nervous on. He's essentially lifted a lot of the really ambiguous and ultra conservative restrictions that the doctor gave, but that's the one he's kind of holding firm on. Really concerned because of the complexity of that exercise and how it really hits your entire back. He's not ready for me to start doing deadlifts, and after going through the pain I went through, I'm cool with not chancing it. I'll build up other areas for now. TB says it's like church R&B you have with a touch of AI ripoff songs. I like it. Nice early hour jams. Interesting thing, TB.
I put this on because I had just regular music, you know. I'm a big fan of Three Doors Down, Creed, you know, all the bands that, you know, a 40-year-old man is supposed to like at my age when he works out. But they kept getting flagged and blocked on my replays. So I found these AI alternatives, and the jazzy blues ones, I actually kind of dig them. And the slow tempo of the song, I've noticed, helps me control slow tempos with my exercise. So I'm a changed man. I think rap and rock and, you know, that real fast, hard hitting stuff is probably not what I'm gonna be using in the gym for a while. I'll be using the slower stuff because it slows me down like I need. And then TB.
50 Cent blues.
What? Yeah, but it's slower. You know, we got some 50 Cent blues. I've heard Eminem blues, all kinds of funny stuff. But I actually kind of, for an early morning workout, I actually kind of dig it. TB says barbell rows may be the way to go. I do them every week, and they're a mass canner for sure. You're right, but I can't do those either yet. But what I do instead is I put the bar on the squat rack, and I do Australian pull-ups, which essentially are that row position as well. And I'm finding that's actually helpful until I can do a bent over barbell row, which puts all that pressure on the injured area. TV says, I love R&B. Yes, slow tempo. Music is frequency and a vibe. We are made of water. That's right. All right, do another one in. Last one for this. Who sings it?
Sora. The guy that sings Ordinary.
Texas is feeling unlucky. Now Texas is an open door.
Huh?
They made this song for a rock cover.
What is it?
Nelly, Just a Dream.
I don't know if I know that one. I do.
Shit. Everyone made this song.
All right. Got 13 reps on that one, probably because it took a little bit longer of a rest time going through some of the comments. I'll go ahead and write this down, and then we're going to hit the next exercise, which will probably be the last exercise, and then I got to go get to real life. We got TB says, are you going to do TRT for healing? Gain muscular mass, so I can't. I've got a rare genetic disorder. They only have two other people, actually three, one of them's my brother. Three other people in the world that have this recorded. It's called, probably butchering it, but it's Leydig cell hyperdysplasia, I believe is what it's called, where I don't produce testosterone. So, I've looked into TRT, and it's something because of my condition that wouldn't be effective, wouldn't work. So, long story short, no, I'm not going to, because it doesn't work for me. I'm a weirdo. got this rare deal going on. All right, and then it said, I would say right now would be the best time for more testosterone to really get you back where you want by next year. Also, yoga and sauna is great. Now, I answered the part about the testosterone part. I wish I could. Fortunately, because of my condition, I can have it regulated to where I don't get a reduced level. I'm always able to maintain a regular amount, of course, monitored by a doctor because of my rare condition. 25, 35, sorry, I'm doing weights and math while I'm talking. This other stuff, yoga, I do need to look into yoga. You've recommended that before, and it's a good recommendation. I've heard some really, really good stuff about that. Obviously, there's some really miraculous stories that came out of the DDP yoga camp, some of those wrestlers, so I'm interested. And then sauna. I've heard about the sauna. A buddy of mine just bought one of those at-home sauna, what do you call those, like capsules, I guess you could say, portable capsule. It looked interesting. I've thought about that and thought, man, I could put one in the corner of the gym here. Okay, my wife wants credit. She said it. So yeah, not a bad idea. And then HGH, I don't know a lot about HGH. I mean, other than, it's kind of some of the horror stories. It's always the stuff you're going to hear, but I do need to research there and see if that's something that would be worth trying out. I'm always hesitant about new stuff because of my really rare condition. I don't want to screw anything up, but I don't know if that would or not. I have to look into it. And then we got Gallardo. Says yes and thank you. You're welcome. I don't know what you're talking about, but happy to oblige. Glad you're on. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not. Now we're going to move on to an exercise called the cable face pull to work on the rear delt. Lat raises, we worked on lat raises already. Worked on side delts with the lat pull downs, Lat pull downs worked on lats. Cable lat raises worked on side delt. Now we're going to work on rear delt with the cable face pull. So let me hit this first set. I don't know if I like this version. I don't listen to the blues and stuff.
I looked your meeting, and you're probably here at 5. Perfect.
Look at this little beauty up there in the garden.
Nice snake, Chris.
Hey, whoa, what is that?
Oh, yeah, they're so close.
They're adorable.
That's
Yeah.
buddies.
Now, Chris, I know exactly what I do that.
Really good place. I'm gonna tighten down the trash.
The door's jammed. Take a closer look while I pull up the tutorial.
Looks like Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
You're a widow.
Run.
You're a widow.
Your car's here. I gotta go. Look here. You seem tense. Should I go for a massage? And then I'm in scrub.
You can do that. Let's do this.
That's funny.
Babies don't ever stop. And behind them is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper.
These are rock versions. Huh?
You'll have to back out of it.
I'm curious how that sounds.
All right. Got 20 reps. Probably need to slow it down just a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good about the 40 pounds though. So I don't want to necessarily bump off that weight yet. Just want to slow down, make sure I'm really hitting the rear delts well. TB says, how about pro hormones to up your natural production of where your body is currently? Also a supplement you should give a try. Somatomax. Let me screenshot this. I'll go back and look that one up. And then as far as the pro hormones to supplement what I naturally, that's the thing is I don't have any natural, I don't produce testosterone on my own, so it wouldn't target any of that. but the testosterone that I have to have medicated creates natural hormones. There may be something there. I don't know. Let me check it out. Is that what Somatomax is? Love you, babe. Good questions. I like these questions, TB. Something for me to research and look into and see if these are options for me. Oftentimes, because none of this stuff works for me, or because I've got this rare genetic disorder, I usually don't even pursue these things because I kind of think I'm disqualified, but maybe there's something there. Maybe I'm using too broad a stroke, too broad a brush. Another 20. I'll show you guys here in a minute. For these cable face pulls, a grip I like to use that I found very, very effective to really targeting those rear belts. Before I do that, TB says it's a natural HGH releaser, sleep quality, bone density, and muscle mass developed, plus libido enhancement. Oh, she's watching. Get ready, babe. Did you hear that? TB's recommending stuff here. It benefits everything. I'll check it out, man. I screenshotted it, so I'm gonna go look into it. Now that'd be cool if it definitely helps. She's watching. Listen, she's not like your. Hey, baby princess.
I found my yellow.
Looks good.
Okay, next. Show us available.
Don't forget to feed the dog. She's not your average American woman. She's got Ecuadorian blood in her veins, which means she could handle it. She'd be good for it. No problem. Okay, TB says super strong, high-tech pharmaceuticals. Okay, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the advice. Those last 3 or 4 weren't as slow as controls I like, but try to get them in before I fatigue too much. All right, TB says, I'm going to Real Life 2 by Mr. Fit Fam. Stay jacked. Nice muscles. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate all the comments you did, man. You were by far the one who comments the most on all my stuff. I'm very grateful for the support. Go do your thing. Go do Real Life. You also stay jacked and stay odd, buddy. Take care. All right. For those of you who are wondering about the grip for these face pulls, I'll show you these while I'm waiting between sets. Let me just put some time here on the stopwatch. A little technical difficulty. There we go. All right. So traditionally, when people do these, they grip like this and they pull towards their face. What I like to do is grip like this and then pull towards the face. I find makes it easier for your elbows to stay flared out and really target the rear delts. I mean, mine are on fire right now, which is great. The only problem with that grip, I'll show you one more time. The only problem with this grip is it does become uncomfortable the higher you go. And so oftentimes, see, I'm going to my 4th set. I'll probably be able to get 8 to 10 holding this grip, and then it'll just get too uncomfortable, and I'll need to transition to kind of a more traditional standard grip that you're used to. All right, one more set of these cable face pulls, and then we are going to call it for the day, because I also got to get to Real Life, like my buddy TB here. Got to get to Real Life, like my buddy Brandon. We all got jobs. YouTube doesn't pay us just to hang out and work out all day, which would be cool if they did, and if they decide to one day, but for now, gotta go earn our living. But if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that. Looking for 400 subscribers before we get to the end of February. Looking for 1,000 subscribers before we get to the end of 2026. So if you haven't done that yet, jump on and help us out. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video. If you want to throw a comment in, we got a couple more minutes and then we're done. Those last 4 or 5 though I was just trying to crank them out with what little bit I had left. Nice rear delt exercise. I'm really feeling it this morning. That's great. That's what I wanted. All right. So that's it. Thank you all for jumping on. Thank you for all the comments, all the advice, all the questions. Just the chit chat. It's like having nice gym culture here without having to wait for someone to finish using one of the machines I want to use. So I like it. You got the community with the access to all the weights I want here. We'll do another one of these likely tomorrow morning. So tune in then. I'll post the replay of this here shortly
So feel free to go back and review and watch, leave comments and like that as well. And again, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. The goal is 400 by the end of February and 1,000 by the end of 2026. I'll see you next time.